Okay, hi everybody, this is Sable. I realized in talking to some people over the last little while that not everybody is clear about how to make save states for Last Guardian, or really for any game. Save states let you practice certain areas, so, you know, if you want to practice, for example, Cage Puzzle or something, you make a save state at the beginning of Cage Puzzle, and then after you complete Cage, you come back, you reload your save state from the USB, and you can practice it over and over again. So the things that you're going to need are a USB, right? We'll talk about those in just a minute, because it kind of matters which one you get, but not really. Save data is really small as far as file size, so you can literally get like a 5 gig USB, and that is like way more than enough. The USB that I got for the TAS and the USB that I use all the time for Last Guardian is, I want to say that I got it for like $7.99. It was really cheap. And it works just fine. But we'll talk about those in a second. So pretend, I'm not going to go into the game because we're not going to sit through all these load screens, but pretend that I am at Cage Puzzle. And I want to practice Cage Puzzle. So I want to take the save data that's on my console and put it on a USB so that after I finish Cage Puzzle once, I can go back and do it again and again to practice. So the thing that you do is you go to Settings and you go down to Application Save Data Management. Click on that. If the game is running at this time, like if you're stopping the game in order to make this save state, it'll ask you, hey, we're going to close the game. Is that okay? And that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you can just close the game. It's no big deal. Mine just didn't do that because I wasn't actually playing the game. So, you're taking save data on system storage, the data that's on your console, and putting it onto a USB in order to create a save state, right? So click on save data in system storage, copy it to a USB storage device. Obviously, in order to have this work, your USB needs to be inserted into the PlayStation. There are, I think, 2 USB slots on the front of the PlayStation 4. I don't honestly know how it works on PlayStation 5. I haven't done it on PlayStation 5, but I imagine it's similar. So plug your USB in, and then click Copy to USB Storage. It'll let you choose which game. So you are taking the save data from The Last Guardian. Click on it. Yep, it's The Last Guardian. Select it. And select Copy in the bottom right-hand corner. And it'll say, okay, so we're going to take the save data from the system storage and put it on the USB device. And you click Yes to overwrite this save data. I'm not going to do it because I don't actually remember where I am in the game, so I'm not going to do it. But click Yes, it'll show a little loading bar, and then you're done. The system data has been transferred to your USB device. That's it. I have never had to format a USB in order to have this work. You just plug it in, and it's fine. It works. So now you've saved your data onto the USB. You go through, you play Cage Puzzle, you're done with Cage Puzzle, and you're like, okay, I want to go back and do this again. I want to load my USB data. Go to Settings, Application Save Data Management. Once again, it'll ask you, do you want to close the game? And this time, you take the save data that you just put on your USB storage device, and you copy it to system storage. Do the same thing, select Last Guardian, select Copy, and say Yes. And it's taking it, as you can see, from the USB to the system storage. You say yes, it'll show a little loading bar. Bam. Your USB storage save has overwritten your system save. So the save data that you took from the USB is overwritten what you just did on the console. And that's what lets you practice over and over again. That's it. Just be careful. Like, do it a little bit slow, right? To make sure that you're not accidentally overwriting something that you don't mean to overwrite. But that's it. You can do that as many times as you want. You can make save states whenever you want. You can only, unfortunately, have one save state on a USB. So once you choose to overwrite it, you know, that's just the new save state that you have. Also be aware that your save state is tied to your profile. So when you save your save data onto a USB, it's connected with the PlayStation profile that it came from. So I'm playing on the profile Sable Dragon Rook at the moment. If I tried to load my save data from Sable Dragon Rook onto a different profile, it wouldn't work. So if I hit, you know, load from USB, it would, but it would do it for my Sable Dragon Rook profile, and there would be no difference on any other profile that I was playing on. So just be aware, you know, that you can't just save it from one profile and transfer it to another. So be smart about which profile you're doing it from. As far as USBs, like I said, you can get a real small one. It doesn't matter. Save data doesn't take up that much space. The only thing that you need to know is that if you get a USB that looks like this, where it's kind of like a rectangle, and then the part that is the actual plug-in USB is a bit smaller on the front, it might not fit into the PlayStation, because the PlayStation, it's stupid. The slot where the USB is kind of really tight, so you might not be able to plug the USB in far enough if you have a USB that looks like the one that I'm showing, where, you know, the silver part is separate from the rest of the USB and the rest of the USB is bigger. It might not fit. If you have a USB like this one, let me move that, like this one, that Sandisk on the bottom, where you can see that all of it is pretty skinny, it's all the same size as the actual plug part of the USB, that'll fit. That Sandisk one is actually the one that I have. It's not 128 gigs, but it is the one that I have. So just keep an eye out if you're going to buy a USB for one that's real skinny like that, and make sure that you keep the receipt so that you can send it back if it doesn't fit, because for some reason PlayStation is real stupid about how tiny its port is. I've never tried with external hard drives, you know, like the big blocky kind, but I'm sure that those probably work too. Let me know if you have any questions. That was how you do that. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense and that I didn't make it more complicated. But happy to walk you through this if you want to make save states for Last Guardian or any game. Let me know if you have questions.